Capricorn, welcome to your weekly reading. Let's get started and see what messages we have for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising positions for the week ahead. Keeping in mind that these are general readings, my friends, and they may not resonate for everyone. So make sure to check out your other placements to see what messages may be waiting for you there. Okay, my friends, let's get started here for Capricorn. Ooh, so many cards wanting to flip over. Okay, coming to the edge. We'll take that one. We'll shuffle again. So coming to the edge, Capricorn, I feel like you're on the brink of something. And I feel like if that resonates for you, you're feeling it now. You're feeling like every day you're getting a little bit closer to something. Every moment that there's this interesting feeling that says you're moving towards something new, that there's a breakthrough on its way, that something's about to shift. There's some shift happening here in this chaos and conflict card. It feels like you're stepping into a new chapter and it's bringing in a lot of change, and you're sort of, I was going to say you're anticipating it, but it's almost like you're feeling it. Yeah. And you've got to exchange one thing for another. It's almost like you're being guided to release things in order to receive things. So we're releasing to receive this week, Capricorn, and you're coming to the edge of a certain way of being, doing, thinking, living, working, believing. You know, like you're shifting here, and it's creating a lot of shift for you. It's interesting. You're really co-creating something here that is taking shape right now. And it may not be evident yet in the sort of material what it's going to be or what it's going to look like or how it's going to happen, but it seems like it's already taking shape energetically, and I feel like that's the aspect that you're starting to feel right now. You're starting to feel that energy shift and move into a new direction. There seems to be something new taking place here. Now, that conflict and chaos card, when I look at it, it feels like things they might even feel a little bit chaotic right now, and it's like a true shakeup of everything going on, and it seems like it's leading you to your true path here, like that, you know, that you're being moved onto a pathway in sort of an interesting way. It's bringing up a lot of shaky energy in the sense of things have to change. Things are changing. Things are occurring now that are shifting to get you to your future prosperity. And it's almost like a sort of a divinely timed shakedown. You know what I mean? And again, this is sort of a time where some things are out of your control. So fighting against them is not going to make this chaotic feeling any sort of, it's not going to lessen that chaotic feeling. It might even amplify it. So it's almost like you have to trust that the chaos is going to pass, and soon the air will be cleared, in the sense that there is this new path forming, and it's forming because of this change in circumstance that's happening around you, and it's sort of guiding you to this exchanging gifts moment where I feel like the things that you might perceive as losses right now are actually opening up space for the creation of something new. And you've got this lovely co-create card here on the bottom of the deck, and it's showing up in the challenged position for you here, where you might be trying too hard to create without actually doing any of the energy work, or without shifting your thoughts, beliefs, actions, patterns. You know, like it's almost like you're trying to force things into being, and it's creating this overwhelmed feeling, which could be contributing to this chaos, when really what's necessary is to sort of slow down and reclaim your relationship with spirit and your energy here, because this isn't a matter of forcing things into place. It's almost a matter of allowing things to fall into place. You know, there's a difference there. Forcing and falling are very different verbs even, and the sort of energy around that is to be flexible and to focus on being sort of in touch and in flow with the divine spirit energy around you, instead of sort of trying to force things into the pattern that you think is the most desirable. It's interesting. It's almost like the inspiration will flow as soon as you get out of your own way, Capricorn. Get out of your way, because you've got a lot of change coming in here. Now let's jump into the tarot cards here for Capricorn and see. I saw the Ten of Swords just now. I think the worst of it is over, Capricorn. You know, this chaos that's reorganizing your path has been intense, but I feel like that the worst of it's over, and now it's like things are reorganized and you just have to get into the flow of it. You know, that's sort of how this is feeling. Let's see. Yeah, your losses are about to get turned around. This is one card I'm always really happy to see in the reverse, because the Five of Pentacles in the reverse suggests that you're really going to experience a turnaround. It's almost like anything that felt like a loss or a setback is going to reveal itself to actually be serving you in some way. And there's a turning around of this feel. Ooh, I keep hiccuping. Excuse me. There's a turnaround in this feeling. Instead of feeling like things aren't moving forward and that you keep suffering losses and you're out in the cold and you don't feel very secure or grounded, I feel like all of that is turning around for you, and it's been challenging. It's been challenging to say the least, but you're coming to the edge of it. You know, you're coming to the edge of this chaos, this reorganization, and it's making room for you to create something new. And I feel like but you know, that's your homework. That's your part of this, is getting distance from things that don't serve you anymore and sort of going with the flow intuitively, instead of trying to sort of force things into place and control how things happen. It's almost like you're being guided to just move with the flow of things here, trusting that this is all getting you to a place where you're going to cross this finish line. And, you know, I'll turn it over for now, but the Four of Wands is a beautiful energy. It's such a lovely card to receive. And it looks like a finish line, doesn't it? Doesn't it look like you're going to cross a finish line here, and you're going to make it to this point of feeling a lot of inner rewards and a big celebration, like where you're really celebrating yourself and your achievements, and you're seeing how far you've come, and you've crossed a finish line here. Now, seeing it in reverse tells me that right now we need to be grateful for the journey, even though it's chaotic, even though it's had some losses, even though it's been kind of like intense to be part of the path while it's reshuffling. This is not something that you I feel like this is something that you've gone through this before. You've had life change on you. You've had circumstances become new and evolved and renewed, and you've gone through that sort of moment. And it's almost like the reading is guiding you to express gratitude for this reorganization, because it's moving you towards something that could really be defined as your true path. You know, and I feel like it's sort of all encompassing. We've got Pentacles, Cups, and Wands here. And I feel like it's really encompassing your whole system right now. Your physical system, your emotional system, and even your will to keep going. Right now, you might be at the point where you're about to give up. You know, you might be at the edge of not even, you might not even realize how close you are, that you're at the edge of things, but you might not even realize how close you are to this finish line, where your journey of shifting and your journey of that reorganization of energy is about to start the new chapter. You know, it's almost like the reorganization is almost over, that the portion of this journey where things have to shift and be exchanged and sort of whirl around, it's almost, that part of this is almost at the end. And so just when you're ready to sort of throw in your towel and say, I can't take this anymore, you know, it's almost like you're being tapped on the shoulder by Spirit to say, hey, be grateful for this, because you're exchanging your old life for a new path. So it's time to be grateful. It's time to sort of, with your head held high, walk away from things that no longer serve you emotionally, materially, and even in your will, to sort of surrender those feelings of defeat and that this is never going to come together and I'm so exhausted. No, this is a time where you're really being guided. There are the swords. I knew that you were going to see some swords here. You've got the Six of Swords. You've got to get in the canoe. You're the wounded warrior here that's gone through it. And now it's time to go to the other shorelines. It's time to see a different coast. You know, this is really you now on the more logic, the more thinking, the more mental side of things, sort of shifting as well. All of these cards are giving you opportunities here to shift and enter into a new timeline. You've got, this is so interesting, 4, 5, 6, and 8. So it's funny that there's a 7 missing. We'll see what we get on the bottom of the deck here for you. But it's interesting. I feel like even intuitively, you are feeling guided to just keep moving towards this new path, trusting that it's all there already. This path it's been created and constructed during this time that felt like it was very chaotic, and now you're moving towards it. You're moving towards it, and you just have to get out of your own way. It's interesting, we're seeing the 5 of Wands here. So I feel like you've experienced some battles along the way. You might have been comparing yourself to other people, or they're, and wondering, well, why is their path like this and my path is like this? And you might have even found yourself sort of having a bit of a battle of egos with others here when you're trying to control how things shift. It's like you're coming up to this place where you're leveling up. And as you do so, it's almost like the remnants of this chaos just kept coming through other people. You might have found that you were sort of butting heads with people along the way throughout this journey, and now you're sort of leveling up to just say, this isn't for me. I'm not interested in butting heads with people. I see where I don't belong anymore, and I see that I need to sort of get in this canoe and find a new outcome for myself. It's a very interesting reading for you this week, Capricorn. Now, bottom of the deck is a Judgment card. So that's fascinating, because I feel like you're going to step into this new path very soon. I feel like it is going to be one that, like this Exchanging Energies card, where you're sort of receiving the outcome of something. You're starting a new path based on the ending of an old path. Judgment is 21, so it's sort of the end. The end is near on a journey that you've been on for some time now, and it's about to transform, and you're receiving that sort of transformative energy this week. And I think you can already feel it. Now, I think this is also something that, like I said earlier, it's impacting you on all levels. This is impacting you all levels. There isn't almost going to be a part of you that's recognizable at the end of this. It's almost like your whole self is shifting along with this. And it's not the time to sort of get despondent in your energy. This is a time to stay motivated. This is a time to continue to work hard on the things that give you that feeling of satisfaction, things that you feel use your talent, skills, and abilities to the fullest. This is the time, if you're feeling guided to do something, do it. Don't put it off. This, enough, no more procrastination, enough saying, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, or I'll do it later, or I'll do it when I feel better about things. That doing it will make you feel better about things. Like, it's interesting. It's time to take action on these, anything that feels like an inspiration to you right now, because you're about to collect your harvest. There's the 10 of Wands. You feel like this is going to be like this forever, but this could be the last time you have to pick up those wands and move them from the field to the house. I feel like you're about to collect your harvest, that you've been working so hard planting seeds, and you're being guided to just go for it. There's the Knight of Swords coming in to really push you at that last leg of the journey where you might feel like you want to give up and do something else, or go back to old patterns even. There's the Ten of Cups. Like, you're about to choose emotional fulfillment. It's here. It's available to you. You just have to choose it, and to sort of embody that happiness by getting distance from things that feel limiting, getting distance from things that feel like old patterns that don't serve you anymore. What about all of these comparisons and looking at others and butting heads with others about things? And there's the Moon, and what fell on the floor? The Four of Pentacles. Yeah, it's interesting. It's like you're sensing that you have to release these connections where you constantly feel like you're butting heads. You might be getting a lot of like opposing views thrown at you with that Five of Wands, and it's like you can either hang on to them and internalize them and integrate them into who you are, or you can just let them go. And I feel like the guidance you're receiving is to just let them go, and to not sort of be afraid of what you can't see yet intuitively, but to follow it, knowing that it's bringing you to this new place, this very new landscape, where bottom of the deck we see the Two of Wands and the King of Pentacles here coming out next to each other, which makes me feel like you're going to be prosperous, you're going to be abundant, you're going to have everything you need to sort of move ahead on this path. You just have to get moving. You got to start choosing this new path. I think you're already getting a lot of inspiration about what this is going to entail, and what inspired actions you're being guided to take at this time to sort of secure yourself, Capricorn. But it's very interesting. You're getting very close to something, and I think you can feel it. You're getting very close to this. Now it's time to embody it. Now it's time to take action. It's time to check our thinking. What are our thoughts? What are our emotions? What are you putting out there energetically right now as things are starting to shift? It's almost like, a blank slate, and your thoughts and emotions are creating things on that blank slate. So it's like you're being guided to just focus, and take action right now, and be grateful for this journey, because it's evolving you. You're about to be doing something that feels very creative and very much in resonance with who you are. It's the fruition of what you've been focused on. So make sure you know what you've been focused on. Are you focusing on past burdens, or are you focusing on moving forward, where there's a lot of emotional fulfillment, happiness, gratitude, and success, and doing something that feels like purpose? It almost feels like whatever you're going to be doing is your purpose. It's your true path. Wow, I'm going to leave it at that for you, Capricorn. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope this has been helpful. If it's resonated for you, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting. I look forward to reading for you again very soon, my friends. Sending you so much love and light. Take care.